You have heard. And eventually by steamship. His parents were caravan leaders. Commerce was not a career choice for young Al-Hassan. It was the air he breathed from the moment he opened his eyes. He began as his parents had, moving goods along the ancient trade routes of West Africa. Kola nuts from the forest regions of Nigeria, sold in the north and across the Gold Coast. Present-day Ghana. Ground nuts, cattle, cloth, beads, grains, precious stones. He dealt in everything the continent produced and everything European companies wanted to buy. And unlike many traders of his era who worked as middlemen for British colonial firms, Dantata understood something they did not. That scale was the secret. Volume was the power. Control the commodity flow and you control the wealth. By 1912, when European companies began showing serious interest in groundnut exports from northern Nigeria, Dantata was already positioned. He was not scrambling to catch up. He was already there, with the networks, the relationships, and the capital to meet the moment. He became the primary buying agent for the Royal Niger Company, which later became the United Africa Company. Unconfirmed accounts from the era suggest that at his peak, Al-Hassan Dantata was purchasing approximately half of all ground nuts bought by the world would come to recognize as a symbol of the region's commercial identity. He pointed at them and said simply, "These are all mine." He died as the richest man in all of West Africa. He left behind 17 children, a trading empire with tentacles across the continent, and a philosophy of wealth that was almost shocking in its restraint. Despite being one of the wealthiest men in the British West African colonies, Al-Hassan Dantata owned no more than 3 sets of personal clothing at any given time. He dressed in a simple white gown. He ate outside with his senior workers. He moved among his employees every day, joking with them, encouraging them, occasionally working beside them with his own hands. He was, by every account, a man who carried his wealth lightly and his values heavily. In 1949, 6 years before his death, he donated property worth £10,200 to establish Kano's very first indigenous textile mill, seeding the industrial development of a city that would go on to become northern Nigeria's commercial capital. Now let's see how one son turned a family trading business into a modern conglomerate spanning oil, banking, construction, and international finance. This is the second chapter of a story that Nigeria has never fully told. Stay with us. Aminu Al-Hassan Dantata was born on the 19th of May, 1931. He was the 15th of his father's 17 children, not the firstborn, just the 15th, another son in a household already full of ambition, commerce, and the permanent pressure of a legendary name. He joined the family business, Al-Hassan Dantata and Sons, in 1948 as a produce buyer. As a buyer, the person who goes to the market, deals with suppliers, learns the mechanics of trade from the ground up. This was the Dantata way. The family name meant nothing if you had not earned your understanding of the business from its roots. By 1955, he was managing the Sokoto district. By 1958, he was deputy managing director. And in 1960, when his brother Amadou, the managing director, died, Aminu Dantata stepped into leadership of one of the most powerful commercial enterprises in West Africa. He was 29 years old. What he built from that moment is one of the most impressive quiet stories in Nigerian business history. His construction division built the Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna. It built extensions to Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria. It built the School of Aviation in Zaria. He diversified into manufacturing. The Dantata Group acquired holdings in Mentholatum, SCOA, Funtua, Cottonseed Crushing Company, and Raleigh Industries during Nigeria's indigenization period of the 1970s. He founded Express Petroleum and Gas Company Limited, entering the energy sector decades before oil became Nigeria's defining economic conversation. He co-founded Jaiz Bank, Nigeria's first non-interest Islamic financial institution, bringing an entirely new model of finance to a country that had never had one. He was a pioneer board member of the Nigerian Industrial Development Bank in 1964, which later became the Bank of Industry, one of the most important financial institutions in the country's history. He also served as Kano State Commissioner for Planning and Development from 1967 to 1972. The period immediately following Nigeria's civil war, when rebuilding the country's economic infrastructure was not just policy, but patriotic duty. And he did all of this the same way his father had done everything before him, quietly, without spectacle, without celebrity. He lived in one of the poor the Alhassan Dantata Hemodialysis Center that carries his father's name as a permanent gift to the sick. A 300 million naira donation to Kano University of Technology. A 1.5 billion naira relief contribution to the victims of the 2024 Maiduguri floods. A chancellorship at Al-Kalam University in Katsina, shaping the next generation of Nigerian scholars. And woven through all of it, the connection to Africa's richest man. Because Aliko Dangote is Aminu Dantata's great-nephew. The $30 billion Dangote empire did not appear from nowhere. It grew from the soil that the Dantata family had been cultivating for generations. The trading instinct, the business discipline, the understanding that real wealth is built slowly, diversified carefully, and given away generously. The Dantata family did not build its wealth in one generation. It built it across 5 generations, starting with a caravan leader's son in Bebeji in 1877, and continuing today through more than 500 direct descendants who carry the name, the values, and the mandate forward. No flashy announcements, no viral moments, no world press tours. Just cola nuts, ground nuts, silver coins, construction contracts, oil pipelines, bank boardrooms, and a quiet, unbroken commitment to building something that would outlast every single person who built it. Alhassan Dantata pointed at those 60 groundnut pyramids and said they were all his. But what he really meant was something bigger. He meant, this is what it looks like when a man does not stop, when a family does not stop, when a name is not just inherited, but earned. Every single generation, every single time. That is the Dantata dynasty. 150 years of the most important business story Nigeria never fully told. If this story showed you a side of Nigerian history you had never seen before, hit that like button right now and share this with someone who needs to know the Dantata name. Subscribe to the channel for more stories on the dynasties that built this continent. And drop a comment below. Did you know about the Dantata family before this video? We read every single one.